This is one of the things that trips up more actors' careers than anything I can possibly put my hand on. I think. I mean, there's probably some other things, but there is a huge issue that is causing a lot of, especially early stage actors, from ever even really having a proper career, and it's all in their heads, and it has to do with ego. My name is Daniel Brea, and I'm the CEO of Dream Reach Media. We help actors and media artists reach financial independence and creative independence through all kinds of cool ways, one of them being content like this. So I hope you like it. Smash the link, subscribe, comment, whatever it is. Share the video if you have friends that might benefit from this. What I'm talking about here is this phenomena that I see with a lot of artists, actors that I help coach, and also people that I direct in our films, or that my directors direct in films that we produce. So it has to do, or not direct, or the casting calls that we see coming in. That's kind of the point. What I'm getting at. What I'm getting at is there is a inherent desire for people who want to act to execute the types of roles and visions that they want. Like, they want to be like, for instance, a Tom Cruise in Top Gun and fly jets around and be like an ace and an action kind of guy. Or a girl would love to be like a, maybe a Drew Barrymore and do like an ever after, like a romantic kind of drama. Well, that's great, and goals are amazing. What happens in the context of branding and moving your career forward, though, is actors get too preoccupied with what they want as opposed to what they're actually a good fit for. And that's a big, big problem. When you look at character actors like Danny Trejo, there's no doubt in your mind that right out the gate, he was perfect for the quintessential Latino gangster type. He's got the look. I mean, he's got the history, he's got the tattoos. That's who that is. If he would have come into the acting game trying to be a Jim Carrey, I'm not saying it would have been impossible, but it's a lot harder. So the path of least resistance opens up a lot more opportunities more quickly, right? Now, they don't have to be mutually exclusive. You can start with what you're good at and venture slowly into things that you like. Case in point, that you really want to be doing. Case in point, Steve Carell started in very sort of zany comedies and has been moving over into drama. Ray Romano, same thing. I mean, he's doing things like The Irishman and stuff, and pulling off really good, and beyond that, really good dramatic roles. So to get started, though, you should typecast yourself in a way, and you should do that through the lens of others. Your ego, just understand that your brain and your perspective of self is going to tell you that you're better at things that you want than you really are. That's very important to remember. You're not as good at things that you want. You're not as good at those as you are at the things that you're just inherently good at, that you might want to be avoiding. But let's face it, that's who you are, and that's who you can bring to the table more powerfully, and that's who you can create a better career with. So if you are a really soft-spoken, gentle type, and you have this thing that, oh my gosh, I wish in real life, right? And in real life, you wish you were more outgoing and you were a go-getter, you were an action type of person. Well, that's great and all. And so maybe through your acting, you feel like that'll open up those opportunities and allow you to explore those roles. I'm not saying that it won't, but I'm saying it's going to be a lot harder for you to get those jobs because you are perceived and you probably look a certain way and you probably behave a certain way. And when you pretend like you're not that person, it's more obvious than somebody who really is. So this is a saturated business to a degree. On the other hand, it's not saturated because there's only one you. What I'm getting at here is in your brand, in where you want to go, in laying out the career choreography for your acting, you have to take into account that you're going to do better and thrive faster with what you are good at, with who you really are. So don't try to force being Tom Cruise. Don't try to force being Drew Barrymore. If you're a tomboy girl, you want to play those roles, even if you just wish you were on some romantic comedy. It could work. It could be an against type thing. It could be, down the line. And I'm not saying it wouldn't even happen earlier, but your focus should be on getting work and getting into the industry and building relationships and moving yourself through the process of creating, a life for yourself as an entertainer. And you're going to do better with who you really are. And to get realistic about that, you need perspective. So you need to get other people to give you that perspective and not trust your own desires, and have that intuitive ability to detect when your brain is saying, I want this, so I'm going to pretend like I'm that person. You're probably shooting yourself in the foot. Like, I see it too many times where somebody's trying to be some cool, suave lawyer type, and they really would just be better playing a kind of an ass on, like a Stifler on American Pie, because they're kind of that person, and they just would do such a great job at it. But because they're, you might see that as offensive, and you don't want to be Stifler. Like, you're like, no, I'm smarter than Stifler. I don't like, yeah, that might be true, but like, you're good at Stifler. Be Stifler. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully that helps. Click the link, subscribe, follow me. I hope to see you in Hollywood. Take care, man.